Hey guys, and welcome back to DIY Rustic Tutorials. Today we're going to be making our veil. Now this is something that you can choose to wear or choose not to wear. I was really debating between wearing a flower headband and a veil, but my fiance convinced me that it would be really nice to wear a veil and be a little bit more traditional. So all of the items you'll need are very inexpensive. The only expensive thing is going to be if you want to trim your veil in lace. And next week I'll be showing you how to trim your veil in lace. It's insane to me how expensive veils are and how cheap it is to actually make them. So what you're going to need is some tulle. And it's going to be in the color of your dress, and my dress is ivory, so it's a little bit off-white, so I got tulle. That is in the color ivory, and you're going to need a yard and 7/8. And at Joann's, the tulle is only $1.49 a yard, so I think it came up to be like $2.50 or something like that, plus tax, for just the tulle. And the next thing you're going to need is going to be a hair comb that you're going to attach your veil to put into your hair, and you can get one that's a little bit bigger. I don't have that much hair. As you can see, I do have quite short hair, and I don't plan on doing anything with my hair besides curling it because it's my natural hair and I want to look really natural for my wedding. So this comb, the comb is actually only $2.49, which is extremely inexpensive, and just why not? So the next thing I got is optional, but you can choose to do it if you'd like. As I mentioned before, I was debating between using a flower headband and having a veil, so I thought, why not have the best of both worlds and attach some fake flowers to the back of my comb to the veil. So I'm going to have some flowers on the back where I'm going to put it in my hair, or I guess the top where I'm going to put it in my hair. So there are going to be some flowers that hang out there. But this is completely optional. Honestly, all you have to do is get the store associate to cut you some tulle and just glue or sew the comb to the tulle and you're done. It's as simple as that, and that was only $5. Then make sure you watch the complete video because I will be showing you how I put the flowers on my veil. Hey guys, so once you have the materials needed for this project, you're going to fold your tulle in half. I'm doing this on my countertop. It might be easier to do it on a table or on the floor, but I have dogs and they destroy everything, so that's kind of impossible for me to do. So I'm doing it on the counter here. So I'm just making sure that the ends line up together. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pin it where I want the curve to begin, and then pin it in the middle and pin it at the end so my line will be more even and there's no way for the tulle to gather. So I'm going to do these in red so they'll stand out a little bit more. So now that you have your tulle pinned, you're going to take your scissors. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut a curve. And you can have the curve come to a point, or you can just have it continue on as half a circle. I'm using something weighted here to help keep it up on the counter while I'm cutting. So to attach it to the comb, you're simply going to take a piece of thread, which is my preference, and a needle. Once you have your needle threaded, you're going to take a piece, you're going to take an end, and I'm leaving about an 1.5 inch allowance to attach it to the comb. So with that in mind, I'm going to thread my needle through, and I'm going to loop it around a couple of times for it to really be in there sturdy. I'm going to start bunching it, and you can do this really messy or you can do it really methodically. I'm kind of OCD, so I'm probably going to fold it over so it's nice and neat. Also, my comb is kind of small, so depending on the length of your comb, or the width of your comb rather, it's just really going to depend on how you're going to do this. Your end product should be fairly bunched together like this. And I'm just going to stitch it around a few more times to make sure that it's secure. Once you have it all sewn up and it's all bunched together, you can see that this is how it'll lay. So what you want to do, you want to twist around to the front and tuck in any loose pieces, and then you're simply going to fold, and then once you fold once, it's going to look like this. And then I'm just going to stitch this a couple of times so it'll be secure. Once you're done with that, you're going to fold this piece and you're going to fold that under. So it's going to look something like that. So when it's on your comb, it'll look like this and it'll be really pretty. You can leave it poofy if you want. But I really wanted to make it look a little bit neater. So once it's like this, you're just going to add a couple more stitches and secure that down. Once you're done with this, you're going to move on and attach it to the comb. So when attaching it to the comb, you can either super glue it, which would be fine, but I'm going to stitch it just so that there's an extra, just so that it's extra secure and has a very long lasting hold. So I'm going to continue with the thread that I've been using. It's still in, and I'm going to start on one end, and I'm going to put the needle, through one of the comb pieces and pull it out, connecting my comb and my veil. So when you're done, your comb is going to be attached to your veil. I'm going to go over it once more with my thread just to make sure that it's secure, and you can also go over it with some super glue. For extra added security, I am going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue a straight line across. So the end, it'll look something like that. So here is the final veil, all done. I'm going to add bits and pieces of it. I'm going to add flowers to the comb, and then in another video I'm going to show you how to add a lace trim to make it more of a rustic feel and go with any kind of dress. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see how I put flowers on the comb, just keep watching.